morning. Good morning. Friday again. Holiday weekend. Which feels like I got a little extra out of it because I had vacation last weekend. So I like the secret double up. You know, just take a vacation the weekend before a holiday weekend. Double vacation. Not really, but I mean, kind of. Feels good. I don't know what I'm going to do, though. And that's a good thing. I don't have any plans, but the sky's the limit. I'll probably just sit on the couch, but who knows? It's kind of cold. We kind of had a cold snap back in Michigan, so, you know, it's like a nice fall day almost, kind of. Oh, never mind. It's 41 degrees. Jesus Christ. Nice winter day. The sun's out, though. That's pretty nice. Good for the motivation. Yeah, nothing like a little vitamin D. Pop open all the windows. Maybe try filming a sketch with the boys. I don't know. Who knows? I need to not go crazy, though. My wife and I, we went to Mackinac City last weekend, and we bought a bunch of fudge. And we bought a bunch for, like, gifts and stuff. And then we were like, we'll buy this for us, like, you know, a slice of fudge. That'll last us a pretty long while. It's a pretty big piece of fudge. Man, we just went total Halloween candy on it. And we ate both our things. And now I'm, like, eyeballing these gifts. I'm like, no one knows we got them gifts. We didn't eat it. We haven't dug it into the gift fudge yet. But heroic restraint is being... You know you have a problem when you're eating people's gifts. It's just like... I mean, I could just give them nothing. You need to have the accountability there. Tell someone you're getting something. Even though they're like, oh, it's okay. You don't have to. No, I need this level of accountability. I need someone to know the bad thing I did if I eat your gift fudge. And we bought gifts for like 4 different people. So if we eat all of the gifts, that's pretty bad. You deserve to be shamed if you eat 4 people's gifts worth of fudge. I keep thinking of the scene from The Whale. It's like totally not that. It's not that bad of a falling down moment, but it's kind of relatable, right? We've all had that shitty day where it's just like, fuck it. I'm going to eat one candy bar. And then The Whale, Brandon Fraser kind of takes it to the extreme. But I think every fat person saw that. The scene where he's in the fridge just like tearing through pizzas and pouring ranch down his throat. There we go. I've had those days, brother. Whoa. And then everyone else is just like, what? What? Yeah, I got that same illness. I don't know what it is. Not to the extent you do, but... Anyway, I think, like, how do you conquer a food addiction? It's like the one acceptable thing you can really overdo. It's like, if you play video games all day, you start to stink, and you alienate everybody else. If you whack it all day, you're addicted to pornography, and you get weird complexes. But food is like the one quick hit dopamine activity you could do socially. I can eat like The Whale every day with different sets of friends, and no one would be the wiser. They'd be like, Jason's really funny. He's been going out a lot lately. Yeah, good for him. Meanwhile, I'm only going out to feed the addiction. I'm only going out so I can, eat the rainbow. Want to go out for Thai food? Let's catch up. Want to go out for pizza? Let's catch up. Want to go out for a seafood boil? Let's catch up. And all that in the same week. And you're like, oh my God. I've eaten 100,000 calories this week. And I'm still hungry. And also, cost-wise, it's just like, whoa. You don't feel it in the moment. You're like, yeah, I kind of paced it. I paced it this month, and then you look at your credit card statement at the end of the month, and you're like, whoa. Spent $1,000 on eating out this month. That don't feel good. Whew. That's a lot of food. Anyway, I don't think I've ever hit that high. Maybe for like a special occasion. Or like one of those ritzy-ditzy meals. So I guess I have. I immediately backpedaled. I'll take the accountability. I've definitely spent $1,000 in a month from just going out to eat. You get in a bad cycle. Especially when you get some level of disposable income. Keep going, brother. We're proud of you. Thank you, Spangful. Thank you. It's kind of like kid in a candy store. It's kid in a I can eat anything store. I'm not living paycheck to paycheck. And I can just go to whatever restaurant I want. I mean, no. Within reason. I'm not Boko Bucks crazy money person, but any reasonable restaurant that's everywhere. Hey, thanks for the follow. Thank you, Spangful. Thank you, Pro Paint Watcher. Thank you for the follows. It feels sort of good to have a routine. Like David Lynch always went to, what was it, Denny's? That's good. Safe. You know, I know breakfast is like the easiest thing a restaurant can do, but so far in my life, I have not obtained the skills. I mean, maybe it's just a shit ton of oil, but something about diner breakfast is just like, and it's cheap. It's like $5 for eggs, bacon, taters, and a slice of bread. I'm like, that's my one weakness. I could eat that a million times. Spangful. I have no idea. I think it's because I switched to doing fitness content. And then after I posted like a couple fitness clips, they just gave it to me. I think they are desperate for fitness streamers on TikTok. So, I don't know. If you want to try to replicate my experiment, I had like 200 followers, and then I pretty much doubled since I've been going live. But I have no idea. Yeah. I don't know if you're a big person like I am, but yeah, make a couple workout videos or something and post them as clips. And maybe you'll get live access too. I don't know. Maybe they're just handing it out to fitness people. The people to do anything tangential to fitness category. Get some. Hey, good morning, Wabba Jack. Thank you, Ethan M. Thank you for the follow. It doesn't look like we're going to hit our goal. You know, Saturday is the last day in May. You know, our goal was get in the 250s by June. Are you diabetic by chance? No. I've never had any complications from being bigger. You know, I've never had back problems. I've never had joint issues. I've never been, like, injured or, you know, my blood pressure has always been good, which I'm always worried about because my dad has high blood pressure. Other than being 300 pounds and, you know, not having energy, yeah, I don't think I've had any other complications, yeah. But definitely challenges. I think, you know, certain physical activities, you know, you're like, oh, I haven't done that since high school. Take a bike ride, that sounds nice. And then you get on and you're like, oh, 5 minutes in, you're like, I can't do this. It's just embarrassing, almost. You're like, wow, I have gotten far away from what I thought. And age has not been friendly to the fats. So, you know, it's one of the reasons I'm doing this. We're getting back to it. We're at 260. We're right on the cusp of our goal, but I've kind of plateaued. You know, I knew I would go ham with vacation. I'm not diabetic. I did apply for Ozempic, and it was heart-wrenching because I had a friend who went on Ozempic, and she has like the same insurance as I do, and I was like, oh shit, I'll apply. But it was right as they were going through the controversy of like, why is it so much more expensive in America? And then a lot of insurers dropped Ozempic unless you have diabetes. So, you know, I applied, and my physician was like, we can send it off to insurance and see what they say. And I got denied. And I was heart-wrenching because I was like, that felt like a lifeline to get out of being fat. And I was just like, damn. Because sometimes you need help. And Ozempic's not a guarantee. So I still would have had to work at it, but you know. I'm king of the bored eat, so I feel like having control over the cravings would have helped me a lot. But no, all natural. You know, I just built a home gym and kept a calorie deficit for a while. I kind of have stopped keeping a food log. And that's probably why I've been stagnating in my weight loss. But, you know, overall still trending downward. Keep up the hard work. Thank you, Chad. Diddy Party. Thank you, Little Red. Yeah, that trial's still going on. Yeah, this is the part of like any trial where it's just like the boring deposition of, you know, they're going through everything to really just like build a case, and it's like, okay, wow. Oh, look at this. His house was filled with sex stuff. Yeah, no shit. We could have like put 2 and 2 together. Wow. Look at all the weird sex stuff he had. Yeah, I guess. I'm also trying to lose weight. Hey, there you go, Austin. Hey, thanks for the follow. My advice for starting out, just get in a good habit. Don't go to the extreme. It's very tempting, especially when you're starting to lose weight and you've like put on some, to be like, I want to drop this all in a month. In 1 month, I want to lose X amount of, just get in a routine. Even if you're plateauing on the scale, stay in the routine. Weight is not the most important number. You know, building muscle, and it's a very complicated equation. Hey, thanks for the follow, Little Red. I know that doing this will make me better for the day. Again, it's like brushing your teeth. If I didn't brush my teeth for like months on end, I'd be having a ton of dental issues. So, you know, I drink a lot of coffee. My teeth are coffee stained always. But I do brush my teeth every day. I'm around 5'11", 250, yeah. I'm 6'2", 260, so we're about in the same boat, I feel like, yeah. Find something you like to do. Stationary bike for me is really boring, but doing it while streaming somehow makes it work. The accountability and like the ability to take my mind off it. You know, I was worried that nobody was ever going to be watching ever. But I've had a steady stream of people pop in. Sometimes it's a little lonely. Sometimes nobody's watching. But, you know, it's helped me to stay accountable. It's like having a personal trainer. Someone's like, hey, you're not less talking, more working out. And I go, will do, boss. I'll get back to it. Also, I live in Michigan. I wanted to eliminate as many excuses as possible. And one of my biggest excuses when I had a gym membership was, I don't want to go to the gym today. It's too cold out, it's too rainy. I don't want to get dressed, then have to shower in a bunch of strangers, and then come back home, and then bring a change of clothes, and the whole process was just fucked for me. Plenty of places to be like, I don't want to, I'm not gonna. So I built this home gym, and let me tell you, all the excuses evaporated. Told you 2K, hey, thank you, Little Red. You are a man of your word. And these court cases are running so long. TMZ like was first on it, and they're already on like Diddy Part 8. It's like, okay, now you're really milking it. I mean, how much content could you possibly get? We're not getting really any information unless you're sitting in the courtroom. Like, what if? Now, hold on here with me. What if Diddy didn't do it? How crazy would that be? Super Salmon, yeah. Let's go. You're the man. Thank you, Super Salmon. What if Diddy is covering for, like, the Pope, the new Pope? It was actually the new Pope that ran all these parties. And I know that doesn't make sense because the timeline's all messed up, but it could. You know, you think they can't long-term plan? The new Pope is Palpatine. I don't think so. He doesn't look like Palpatine. 2 popes ago, 2 or 3 popes ago, that guy looked like Palpatine. You know, bad call to pick somebody with like sunken eyes. Good morning, Corey. This new pope kind of just looks like a Midwestern dork guy. I don't know. I'm fully prepared to hate him if he does something evil. Isn't it weird that there's an American pope? It just feels wrong. It feels like it kind of lessens the whole experience. You know, Italian pope. That makes sense, you know. I don't know. That goes with the theme. Chicago pope. It's like, what? This is the one you chose? This is what you debated over for days on end? Looked like he bought the battle pass. Also, I just love that they can, like, go to Chicago and, hey, you know the Pope. What? That guy owes me $150. He's a schmuck. Yeah, again, people would make, like, pilgrimages and then, like, rush to touch the Pope and, like, shake his hand. I think every pope has had to deal with this, but I love seeing, you know, the Pope reprimanding old ladies that, like, rush at him for a crowd and try to touch him. And then he's like, what are you doing? You're being really bad right now. I wish, you know, they would just be like, you're going to hell! I am personally in touch with God himself. And I told him to put you on the naughty list. That's what you get for charging through with your nasty hands and touching me. I guess it makes sense to them somehow. Somehow touching a holy figure just grants you secret powers. Who's your barber? This is going to be really funny, but my mom. She's got a beauty license. She's not just slapping a bowl on my head. But I've had a couple barbers in my day, and it's like 50-50. It's just awkward. Barber's such like an intimate, you really need to find like a good barber. And I had, in my life, in my adult life, I have found a barber where I'm like, all right, this is my barber. And then 2 times I've gone on this hunt and found a barber, and they quit and retired. And they were like young people. They're like, I don't want to cut hair anymore. I just want to do like photography or something. I was like, what? It's hard out there. I've resisted cutting my own hair because I know that's a path you can't come back from easily. Because I'm gonna be like, yeah, it looks fine, and then everyone's just being nice to me, and then meanwhile I got uneven, insane person hair. Thanks for answering. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Mina. Where's the machine for that? I guess there has to be some artistry behind barber. You know, I had hope for the vacuum that cuts your hair, but I guess that shit doesn't work. Layering is an art, I guess. I'll leave it to the barbers. I think the typical man haircut is like $15 or $20. But when you have like long hair or whatever and you want to keep it sort of long, then they get real complicated on you. They're like, oh, I can't just shave you in like 10 minutes and say, put you on your way. I don't know, $60. I'm like, $60? I ain't giving you $60 for shit. There is no way you are doing $60 worth of work. But maybe it's just because I never paid for a haircut before. For a long time anyway. You know, I gave the people that I had for barbers $20 every time, $20. Maybe that's why. Maybe they still continue to cut hair, but I was such a cheapskate that they're like, I don't want to cut this dude's fucking hair anymore. Yeah, I'm doing photography. Get out of here with your $20. I've always been worried about going bald too. My grandpa was bald on my maternal side. My younger brother's bald. My older brother, his hairline might be receding. I can't really tell. But I think so. But then there's me. So far, so good, you know? It doesn't appear to be thinning or, you know, receding at all. But I feel like 40 is the age. Like, if I could get past 40 and still have a good hair, I'm probably good. But all right, one more minute on the bike here and we'll lift some weights. Keep it cooking, my guy. Hey, good morning, user big string of numbers. We are cooking. I don't know if this is just a Midwest thing, but marinated chicken, where you just toss a chicken in a bag full with Italian dressing and then cook it the next day. You let it sit overnight. That shit is so good. I don't know why. I don't know what is the chemistry but somehow it works every time. It's just very easy. You know, you salt and pepper when you like cook the chicken. You get like a mashed potatoes and a veggie side, and you are good. That's a good meal. Some basics ass shit. Has anyone else done that? Is that just a Midwest mom thing? I don't know if I've heard anyone else doing that, but. Alright, let's lift some weights. Whoo hoo hoo! Do I want to try lifting the heavies? Ooh, I'm looking at them. Yeah, let's try it. My arms are feeling better. So maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should let them heal one more week. I really want to. All right, I'm going to go light. I'm going to play it safe. You know, take that weekend to rest. And then next week, Monday, I will lift the heavies again for bicep curl. All right, but until then, here we go. Just regular old 20s for the biceps. Round one. One, two, three, four, five, six. Squeeze my bicep at the top. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wait until I lift it. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Keep working out, brother. Looking jacked. Thank you. 21, 22, 3, 24. Yeah, glad I went for lighter. My arms are pretty sore still. All right. Tricep dips. Get the triceps in. Sorry for belly. Elbows in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo! Yeah, keeping the elbows in. Definitely a lot better for that. My elbows have been flaring out, and someone called me out on it yesterday. By keeping them super tucked in, I definitely feel a lot more. All right, rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, switch arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, All right, let's do some sit-ups. I've been really slacking on calisthenics. We'll do some sit-ups, and then we'll do my 25 sumo stomps, trying to do 50 a day, and then that'll be the end of round one. All right, here we go. All right, like 15 sit-ups, or yeah, I think that's good. Do 30 total. I'm not gone. I'm just right down here. There's no good angle for it for TikTok. Listen for the grunts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whew. Whew, whew, whew. All right, 25 sumo stomps. Gotta get ready for sumo on Sunday. I definitely feel like it's been improving my balance. Maybe I'm just getting better at the exercise. I don't know. I'm definitely feeling improvements. You know, despite that, it's still like really hard to do. It's still like I get a good burn in from doing sumo squats. So, you know, you look at it and you're like, what is that doing really? I don't know. It's like working in different parts of the leg, you know, until you just do it. You're like, oh shit, yeah, this is pretty hard. Anyway, a lot more than just a regular squat. Anyway. All right, 25. Call them out here. 1. Oh, that wasn't that good, but 2. There we go. 3. Woo. 4. Toes up. 5. 6. 7. Again, it's always like this leg. I can't. I have trouble standing on. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. End of round one. Okay. Holy shit. All right, one more round of all that. Just repeat. Easy peasy. And then we're all set for the day. We're all set for the weekend. You know, take the weekend to rest. I got sumo on Sunday, which is always pretty intense. Yeah, let my heart rate come down. 150. Whew. And then we'll try end it with a plank. I like doing that yesterday, and I definitely felt it yesterday. I was like, I only planked for a minute, which is like, well, you know, whatever. But man, I was like feeling it the whole day. I was like, okay, time to work planks back into the routine. All right, round two. Here we go. All right, biceps. All right, here we go. 1, squeeze bicep at the top. 2, nice and soft. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Gotta wait. Work on my breathing. 16. Say the numbers at the top, so I'm like naturally breathing out. 17. 18. 19. 20. You got a license for those? Hey, good morning. 21. 22. If I'm bored with these guns, do I gotta register them? 23. 24. And then the clerk at the, licensing firm is like, yes, you always have to register your weapons. I'm like, okay, you didn't get the joke, lady. Actually, it's a federal offense. I'm taking you in. Good morning, my brother. Good morning to you as well. We're in the last part of our workout. Round 2. Just finishing out. All right, triceps. Keeping my elbows tucked in. Very important. Sorry for belly. Elbows tucked in. 1, 2. They're like right next to my ears. 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't let them flare out. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo! Hurts so good. All right, rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like you're trying to start a lawnmower. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, switch arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hoo 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 hoo. Ho 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 ho. All right. 15 sit-ups. It's kind of off camera, but I'm down here. And then 25 sumo stomps to end it. And then end with a plank. End with a plank. I gotta keep saying it so I don't forget. End with a plank. As long as I can go, but I'm trying to beat a minute. Hey, good morning, Bowser Big Bean Burrito. How is it going? Thanks for dropping in. Hey, Charlie, you're in London now. Awesome. That's an alluring thing about. Hey, thanks, Charlie. Yeah, the alluring thing about a Euro trip is like the cheap inner EU travel. Was it more of a pain in the ass because, the UK is not in the EU anymore? Always curious about that shit. Nope, pretty smooth. Okay, that's nice. You build up a fiction in your head. All right, 15 sit-ups, 25 sumo squats. Let's get it. All right, here we go. All right, I'm just right down here. Listen for the counts. Went to Westminster Abbey this morning. Oh, dang, nice. I cross my legs and I put my legs up for a sit-up and I just bring my shoulder blades off the ground. Kind of a modified sit-up. More of a crunch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I try to get them to touch. My elbows to my knees. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I need to get like a second angle just for when I do like yoga mat stuff. I can't figure out with the tripod how to record just that part of the workout. Anyway. All right, 25 sumo squats, then a plank to end them all. Here we go. Ooh. Your body knows when you've done a good squat or a good crunch. You just feel it. Your core lights on fire. And that's where I'm at right now. So, a lot of people go, that's not a real sit-up. It's not a real crunch. They don't know. They can't feel your core. You know when you've worked out your body. It's hard to tell with fat people because all you're doing is like squishing fat. That's all that anyone else sees. Doesn't look like you're doing anything. You can't see the full bend because there's a 12-pack of jelly donuts sitting on your gut. All right, 25 sumo squats, stomps, squats, whatever they're called. It's pretty interchangeable. Anyway, 25. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Hey, thanks for the follow. 24, 25. I think I did one extra set there. Thank you, Nick Stone. Thank you for the follow. Off for birthday 50. Hey, is your birthday actually today, Charlie? Happy birthday, man. Enjoy. All right, get your fish and chips. I'm getting my damn plank in, and then we're all set for the day. All right. I've been trying to end workouts with a minute plank. You can kind of see, I guess. Let's try that. It's plank for as long as I can go, which will probably end up being like a minute. But it could be 10 hours. So if I'm down there for hours, alert the news, let everybody know this guy's planking. I wish I would have had a better angle. If I go for 10 hours today and I'm never able to do it again, I'll be so mad that I didn't get a good camera angle on it. I'll go, it was real. They're going, you were just on your knees. We couldn't see. There's no proof. No, I did it. I know I did it. Yeah, no one believes you. You're a big liar. You're the biggest liar. No one's ever done that in the history of humanity. I did it though. It's like those in middle school when you'd have that one friend who just was like lying to you. Yeah, I hang out with Michael Jordan yesterday. Danny, no, you didn't. Why do you gotta lie so egregiously? But I did. I hung out with Michael Jordan. It's like, maybe you saw Michael Jordan on television. I'll give you that. And they go, no, I did it. I hung out with Michael Jordan. Yeah, right. And then years later, you do see like a picture of them. I told you guys I did it. Yeah, it's whatever, Danny. You lied about a bunch of other stuff, so. Hey, good morning, Policians. I guess just in time. I'm on my last thing. I'm about to plank for as long as I can. Right down here. I guess Twitch and YouTube have a better angle of it. Anyway. I've been screamed at by Kevin Hart. You see, the best lies are those like plausible ones. But it's also like, yeah, if you just talk during a show, you could get yelled at by any entertainer. I guess good for the cred. Good to say you did. All right, here we go. Morning, Tsunami. Good to see you drop in again. We're just ending our workout here. I'm doing a plank. As long as I can go. Have you seen the new Lilo and Stitch movie? I have not. Hello, brother. How long is your session today? Just an hour. We're wrapping up. We're at 57 minutes. We're ending with a plank here. I've seen some people been talking about it, yeah. My wife really wants to go see it. That's like one of her favorite movies, like the animated Lilo and Stitch. So I'm like, you're gonna be disappointed, probably. But who knows? Maybe not. Don't know until you give it a shot. But, you know, a lot of these Disney live action things have been kind of quick cash grabs. But maybe they took some time, especially after, like, the live action Snow White flopped so hard. Maybe they put in the extra effort. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Plank time. I got the stopwatch ready. Here we go. Heart rate's down as long as I can go. All right, ready, set, go. We're at 50 seconds. Just keep breathing. Keep breathing. All right. Hey, minute 40. That is pretty damn good. I used a towel, so my arms got a little bit of a burn on it. But damn, it's pretty good. You need to watch the new Final Destination. Now that one, I was like, why are they bringing that back? It's kind of an interesting angle where it's like a grandma had a bunch of kids and somehow dodged death, and then she dies, and now the whole family is like gonna be killed because death is coming after them because they weren't supposed to exist because of the death's timeline. It's pretty good. I saw it. Okay. Seems like a fun thing to see in theaters, too. Those Final Destination movies have always been like, such predictable, fun setup, but, still enjoyable to watch. It's almost like every kill is like a Rube Goldberg setup. And the plots, whatever. You're trying to go against death's design, blah, blah, blah. Who cares about that? Show me the weird setup of the next person who's about to be killed. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good weekend. See you on Monday. I'll be working out on Memorial Day. So, oh yeah. It's like those classic like slasher movies or like, when they used to put out a Friday the 13th or a Freddy every year. Yeah. If you're in America, enjoy your long weekend. If not, enjoy your regular weekend. See you on Monday regardless. Peace. All right, switch check. Proof it's not all CGI. All right, see you on Monday. See you, Pollution. See you, Bowser Big Mean Burrito. Have a good one.